One of my first sort of, ideal sketches that's followed through with the brand really did come down from, reinventing the male silhouette the way we perceived it. I mean, streetwear's always had a boxier, more square sort of shape, a bit more relaxed. Even the 90s streetwear showcases that. Tailoring has its understanding of being, strong shoulders, a very elongated sort of torso, then a very, narrow sort of V-taper that, that's been hyped a lot in fashion. But I think for us, it was about the perfect blend between the two, really. So something that's, showcasing those elements of tailoring, which is a strong shoulder, strong upper body, but a lot more of a relaxed sort of finish to the bottom. A lot more draped with the fabrics and the way they cut thing, Fashion's always been uncomfortable. And, for us, it's about trying to break that and create something that you're comfortable and confident with. Cutting our panels, even all our branding and marketing sort of replicates that understanding of a more relaxed, slightly tailored fit that sort of allows you to, walk away and walk in with something that's a bit more exciting. If you came to me tomorrow and you asked me what the model says and look was, for us it truly is about, layering, which is a key for our brand and our style. Really just, working through the basics that make you comfortable. That's such a big thing. So a pair of joggers, a pair of shorts that layer over it with a contrasting color, if you please. Something along the lines of activewear, where you can cross the road and still look sharp, but still be comfortable and survive your whole day working. I mean, that's the biggest solution to anything, And I feel like if you can wear that on your face with whatever you're wearing, you're always winning at the end of the day. You're always the sharpest man on the street. The moment we were able to sketch that silhouette and it made it into the, into the banks for us, we sort of took it to the next level of digitizing it, cutting the right panels for it, and then, representing it as a finished product. The excitement in that process was unbelievable, I guess, taking something that we've idealized and visualized and taking it to the next step and the next step. I mean, that process there alone took a good 8 months of just, constant redevelopment and planning and, sampling and, trying to find something that would work out. And that's truly the excitement of being able to, adapt and change, the chop and change process that develops. Once we were able to do that, we sort of were quite happy with it. And, we looked at finding unique ways to enhance it. Things like luxurious detailing, a finer workmanship that would be showcased through the products. Then this process really did come down to selecting the right fabrics. I guess everyone has their own unique, process of finding what works for them. I guess for us, it really starts off from a sketch and then finding the right fabric, then, looking at samples and trying to evolve. We usually do a minimum of at least, a good 3-4 samples before we even consider anything. I mean, we've gotten better slowly. 3 is it now. I mean, the first time was like, whoa, like a good 26, man. Yeah. So, it really does come down to that. We're learning every day, and I think that's the excitement that I see in my whole team. And yeah, I mean, nothing's ever possible without a team. So, I mean, I'm very grateful, and I think I've got an amazing team. Once we were able to perfect that for us, strive toward perfecting that silhouette, we wanted to create a range that was fully integratable. Streetwear and the way we sort of showcase it as a brand is very unique to Australia, So for us, it was really about, creating a fully integrated range that allowed you to take aspects of every different layer of the brand. Starting off with the top layer being Models and Capsule, which is the neoprene range for this season with autumn winter. Then, following in with a luxury basics line that complements that. Being able to choose the right colors so that, you can essentially blend through each different style and still work out with the same sort of a look that allows you to showcase different colors. I mean, color palettes are very basic this season, just to, sort of allow us to find our feet as well as a brand. Work our way into markets, something that sort of, with menswear trends usually do sort of, return seasonally. So an expected color palette always sort of sits. I mean, a lot of our design truly is inspired by a lot of music. I mean, music is a beautiful thing, I like to think it's almost like the sound of God. That's what I like to think. That's why I guess they sing hymns, right? Music has its unique way of sort of making you feel things. And that beauty and that ideal of it is what I've sort of, absolutely been astounded by with our first collection. You know, that's why for us as a brand, we've also got a musical element to what we do as well, under the banner of MC Studio. And that sort of allows us to, cohesively mold each collection. And that's such an important thing. Finding the right sound, finding the right, look and approach to it, especially the color palettes play such a big role. The correlation between the two really comes down from, me being able to design for my friends who are producers or artists, musicians as well. And showcasing what we can do as a brand and integrating it into their lifestyle, whether they're performing on stage, whether they're sitting in the studio, going through about 100 takes, in a day, whatever it is, to ensure that they, the pursuit for that perfect product. And that's how it all ties in really for us, is just constantly pushing the limits to find something that works with your lifestyle, but at the same time, being able to, push the limits of what you're trying to produce as a brand.